howdy doodly. That last video I made, I was really only expecting that to get like 30 views from like friends and family, and it got quite a bit more than 30, so I'm just gonna introduce myself as if this is brand new, we're strangers. Hi, I'm Leash, I'm 24, I have red hair, I'm a ginger, and this morning I exercised my free will and got Twizzlers for breakfast. Oh, and I just dropped 2 of them on my carpet. 1 second. Definitely not eating one of the carpet Twizzlers. Moving forward. Last time, had a list. This time, also have a list. Same paper, but I decided to color code it so that I would know the difference because, I don't know, I'm blind. Oh, also I have garbage bags underneath my kitchen table because I need to go to Sartan. Anyway, I'm here. Hello. With these questions, yes. I'm still not used to being on camera. So with the questions here, I'm just mostly going to be going over, like, how did stopping drinking going? How is it going now? Social events when I'm in my early 20s and everything is centered around alcohol. What else is there? Relapsing, etc. It's a whole process, but, you know, I have 58 minutes and 39 seconds of recording time. When it comes to my phone, that's how much space is there, so I think I can get through it before that amount of time. I don't know. Let's hope. My drinking keeps me fucking yapping. Setup is a little bit different because I didn't want to be standing up, so now I'm just very awkwardly and more uncomfortably sitting down. Also, I just wanted to make like a quick little thing before I get into the questions as well. But all these videos that I am about to make, all the videos that I have made about my drinking and everything, those are just my own experiences. Everybody goes through alcoholism differently. Everyone goes through addiction differently. Very differently. This is just me. This is my shit. So I don't want anyone thinking like, oh, actually, I read this. I heard this in some bitch's YouTube video, so I know that this is a fact. I saw it on the internet. I don't want any of that. Do not take me seriously. I'm just here. That was bad wording. Please take me seriously. This is a serious topic. However, it's not the same for everybody. I don't know. Ears open. That's all. So, first question that I wrote for myself is, how did I sober up? And with that, I am going to provide like a little bit of backstory. It is relevant, I promise. So, basically, I began drinking when I was 19. It was a few months after I turned 19 that I like really became an alcoholic. Not because of me being legal drinking age, but it was just events that kind of happened to be right after I turned legal drinking age, and I was like, whatever, I'll go buy a bottle. I believe it was in 2021 when I first had the realization of like, oh shit, I'm an alcoholic. Like I need to fix my shit. So I was only drinking for about a year when it first was in my head that I was like, this is kind of a problem. And yet to keep in mind, I also didn't really stop, like full on stop drinking until about a year ago. So it was definitely something that I thought about over the years of me being an alcoholic. I think, what was it, 4 or 5 years, something like that. I still, I know I was struggling with this in the other video too, but yeah, I just never fucking, I don't keep track. I was an alcoholic for a short period of time, but like I'm only 24, so it was kind of like a longish period of time. So with that being in the back of my head for all those years that I was still going on, you know, buying bottle after bottle after bottle and everything like that, granted, it did start to ease up, sort of, after a few years. Not because of anything that I really had control over, but just because of the way that my body was reacting to the alcohol. Obviously started getting like really intense and painful and all around just, you know, not a very enjoyable experience. But that was that. And then around last year, I think it was around summer last year, maybe the beginning of the year, I don't remember. No, I think it was like the beginning of summer. I quit drinking for a little while. I made it to 3.5 months, and it was very weird because the entire time that I was sober, it was like living an entirely new life, even though obviously I was sober as like a kid, a teenager. But those few months, it felt like every experience was just brand new because I wasn't falling over onto stuff, and I wasn't sharing shots with strangers on the bus. That happened. That was weird. Hope I don't see him again. But everything at the time felt like brand new to me. It was like, holy fuck, I'm actually like experiencing life and then not forgetting about it in like 12 hours. That's a big step for me. I gotta tone it down. I gotta chill out. Oh my god, my life did a 180 overnight. Crazy. But in the end, like I said, only lasted 3.5 months. I did end up relapsing at the end of last summer. And then I think I was drinking for 2 months after that. Maybe 3. I don't remember the exact day. But I don't know. I was drinking for a couple months after my relapse. And then I eventually sobered up again. And now I'm here. And I'm still sober. So I don't know. I guess that leads us to the next question, because I keep glancing down at it and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to ease into this? Look at that. Just did. Effortless. Because gingers are cool like that. So anyway, moving on. How did I know that I needed to stop drinking? And I feel like for some people, especially in like movies and whatnot, sobriety is kind of very like, oh, certain event happens, flip, switched. I am no longer wanting any alcohol. That's not really how it went for me at all. It was kind of just everything happened at that time. It all fell into place. I guess I'll give a little backstory. This is so fucking vague. So, not when I sobered up, but a few years ago, around my birthday, there were a bunch of events that all happened at a very coincidental time, and my birthday just became a very important day for me because of said events and whatnot. And since then, like every birthday, every year since has been really important. It's been a day that I've always ended up dreading, and I am just an absolute wreck on that day most of the time. And then my last birthday came up, and I was drinking with my friends and my boyfriend, and it was the day before my birthday that we were all drinking, and the day after that, I don't know. I haven't drank since then. I was like, you know what? I feel like it would be good if my soberversary was my birthday, so that I actually had something to look forward to. I wouldn't be dreading it every single time that the seasons changed and that it started getting colder. I wouldn't be dreading it every single time I thought about winter. Then it wouldn't be in the back of my mind. I could actually put like a really good meaning to this day. So it wasn't something as simple as like, oh, I just knew. It was just a feeling. It was fate. I don't know. I guess that kind of makes sense if I say it was fate, but it just, all the timing of it and everything just kind of all fell into place. And now I've been sober for, I don't know, a while. Hold on, let me calculate real quick. Okay, so it's June. So my 7-month soberversary is coming up. Okay, so it's the 19th right now. I'm going to be 7 months sober in 4 days. And yeah, so I've been sober since my birthday. The entire time that I've been 24, no alcohol for me. What I said before about how everything was like a new experience, it doesn't apply the same way as like, oh, I feel like I'm experiencing everything for the first time again, like now that I'm, level-headed and whatnot. But it definitely is very much so like I'm finding out a lot more about myself. And like, I know this sounds cliche as fuck, but it's like the things that I do now compared to the things that I did when I was drinking all the time, it's like, oh shit, like I thought that was a personality trait. Am I not actually like that? Was that just brought out by alcohol the entire time? That's not me. it's really weird because, like I said before, it changed everything. A lot of other things I've noticed that, like, traits that I had and interests and hobbies and everything that I had when I was even a teenager or even a kid, it's like some of those are starting to come back to me now, and it's like I thought that those were just like childish things. Like, why do I have the urge to do them? You're telling me that I want to color at 8 p.m.? What am I, 5? No. I'm peaceful. It's okay. I can color. Don't worry. Like, chill out. And it's just very weird, kind of like meeting myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I keep yapping and I'm going to go even more off topic, so I'm just gonna like nip that in the butt right now and just kind of, you know, get back to the questions. So, what's the next one? How do I go about social events where there's alcohol? Do I have to worry about triggers? So basically, doing social events and stuff like that where there is alcohol involved was definitely weird at the beginning, especially when I was 3.5 months sober there for a little while. I remember at the very start of that, it took me a while to kind of start that process because every time I would sober up, then something would happen. Like I said, it was in the summer, so I'd get invited to something, or someone that I was already hanging out with was going to like have a fire or something like that. So I was like, oh, well, there's gonna be beer. Like, I'll just sober up after this. And then those events just kept happening, and I was like, yeah, but like I haven't sobered up, so get to it. Eventually it just became like I need to force myself to really not drink. Like I need to force myself to just stay away from the liquor. I can still go there, I can still have a good time. Don't fucking touch the liquor. Leave that alone. So it was really weird. I remember there was a Halloween party that I went to where there was like a lot of drunk people. This girl, I never knew her name. She kind of just walked up to me and asked me for a threesome at that party. I was like, girl, you're slurring. No. There were other events I was at. Like, there was a New Year's party one time, and like, there wasn't just alcohol there. I'm not gonna say what's there, but there was something a little stronger than alcohol, a little harder of a kick than alcohol. Which, like, I don't care, you do you. Everything was fine, like, they were safe and all, but I was not partaking. So it was like, okay, well, like, fuck, I'm still gonna have a good time. Like, I'm here. This is chill. This is cool. And then by the end of the night, some guy had his arm around me. This is like New Year's, so it was like 5 seconds after we like celebrated New Year's, and this guy puts his arm around me and he's like, so what do you feel about me? I feel like you're a stranger. Get off. So it's definitely not so much like the alcohol that I have to worry about anymore. It's really just the drunk people, which sounds so bad. It's like, I don't mind if people drink. Go ahead, like, go crazy, go party. I'm not gonna sit here and police you just because I'm fucking sober. I don't give a shit. You're here to enjoy yourself. But like, when drunk people hit on me relentlessly, then I'm kind of like, I should have stayed home and made a new sim. As for triggers, I don't know. They definitely were bad when I first started going to these parties and whatnot, these like friends gatherings and whatnot, but it's gotten a lot easier over the years, especially now that I've been sober for so long. All of my friends know like that I don't drink. They know that they don't even have to offer me anything. I'm gonna say no. Like, even if they do slip up and offer me, they're like, oh fuck, wait, no. Give me this. Give me. I guess they never really gave it to me, but you know, let me take this back. I'm so bad at explaining stuff, but you guys get where I'm going. It's not horrible. Going to parties and stuff, not horrible. I still enjoy it. I'm just sober. The same way I'm just a picky eater. I'm just gay. I'm just sober. I can still party. I love to party. I love hanging out with my friends. Maybe not so much recently because I have zero, social battery because I work a lot, but I still love seeing people. I don't care if they're drunk. Okay, so next question here. Do I still think about drinking? Yes. Very much so. How funny would it be if I just like did that and nothing else, just skipped right to the next question, no context. But yeah, I still think about drinking. I still think about drinking very, very often. Not every day, I'd say, but at least like, yeah, 3 times a week, something like that. It pops in my head. Like it was my life for 5 years. I'm almost 25. That's like a whole fifth of my life right there. And you have to keep in mind, my memory below the ages of like 8, 9. So when you think about the fact I've only had memory for the last like 15 years, and a third of that was all just drunk, it played a little bit of a part. It was kind of a big deal. I can't pretend that wasn't there. That was very much there. There is a lot of evidence. There's a lot of it. And especially with that, like I said, 24. So a lot of times when you think about people in their early 20s, you're like, oh yeah, they're at their fucking peak. They're going to the club, they're getting fucked up, and they're grinding on strangers all night, having the time of their lives. There seems like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing could go wrong. Never, ever. Still very much so, like, it's still very much in my life, whether it's me bringing it up or someone else bringing it up, like, it still gets brought up quite often. I feel like I'm giving too much of an explanation for something that was just a tiny fucking question. Anyway, I've been recording for 20 minutes and my throat was already sore, so, you know, if I keep yapping, I might lose my voice, and that doesn't work so good when I am in retail. So, without further ado, last question. Will I relapse when I go through my next hardship? This, weirdly enough, wasn't a question that I really asked myself until super fucking recently, which I was in therapy, and I remember my therapist asking me, we were talking about my sobriety for a little while, it came up, and we were talking about like, oh, well, relapses are perfectly normal. Like, do you think that your sobriety is tied in with these other things that happened in your life around that time? Like, for example, I started dating my boyfriend around the time that I got sober. Obviously not the exact same fucking time, not the same day or anything like that, but it was around the same time. And she was like, oh, well, you know, God forbid, if you and your boyfriend ever break up, do you think you'll relapse? And it's like, I have never thought about that before. What if I go through anything and I relapse? Oh my lord. And if I'm being like perfectly fucking blunt with you guys here, I don't know. What's a short answer? Because I keep talking forever and ever. I guess the answer is I don't know. But I don't think so. Because I never know when something's going to push me over the edge. There's been 1,000 fucking instances at my job where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'll get through this day, easy peasy. And then something happens and I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go have a panic attack in the bathroom. BRB. Yeah, I never really know when something is going to hit me as hard as it does. But also for the last 6-7 months that I've been sober, there has been quite a bit on my plate, and I still managed to get out of all that without ever buying a bottle, without ever having a single shot, without ever having a single, I don't know, beer, cooler, anything like that. So I don't know if my next breaking point is going to be just like a really bad moment of weakness, but thus far, I've kind of been on a roll. And bringing this back to the whole birthday thing, I kind of have a good reason to keep being on a roll. That sounds kind of stupid if I word it like that, but I'm quite confident that whatever whatever happens, obviously, there's going to keep being difficult things in my life. You know, that's a given for anyone, really. But, you know, I've made it half a year. And it's going to start getting cold soon. My birthday is going to feel like it's right around the corner. And I really want to look forward to this birthday. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't looked forward to a birthday in like, how old am I? In like 3 years. So I think I'm good. I believe I'm good. But if I'm not, then I don't really want to, I'm not gonna beat myself up over it too much because shit happens. But also I think I'm gonna find it, so I don't know. I guess that is my video. I'm here. I'm queer. I had Twizzlers for breakfast. And now I'm gonna go play Sims and create... I should make a bar. I'm gonna go create a bar. Bye. I forgot to do a little bees update at the very end, but she's here. She's good. She's beautiful, she's shining, she's stunning. She's getting fixed pretty soon too. So, went down? Yeah. So that is exciting. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna go play Sims. Farewell, and I hope everyone on YouTube, I'm not fucking good at this. I don't know, touch grass, get off the internet.